All right, I'm back. Welcome to DK's Fight World, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. um, Man, I appreciate everybody that subscribed to this. I got like 15, 16, 14 to 16, somewhere in between there, I think. I appreciate you guys a lot, man. That's dope. So I'm pretty sure there's however many 14 to 15, 16 people know how much I love the fight game, how much I'm into it, and how much I read about it and all that stuff. So it's dope, man. Thank you guys. You guys are the ones. Appreciate you. Before anything, though, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, or don't, man. Really doesn't bother me. If you do, I love y'all. I respect y'all, man. I appreciate everybody that's showing love and supporting me on this shit. It's dope. It's a dope feeling, you know what I mean? Because I do love doing this, regardless of just talking about the fight game. You know, it's awesome. It's lovely. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all the real winners. So we'll start this off today, man. Oh yeah, real quick. So Glory, you know, is I'm not. Glory is a kickboxing organization. So if you want to watch high level kickboxing, I'm talking about extremely high level, entertaining kickboxing, man. Tune in to Glory. It's on Fight Pass. They got Fight Pass. I'm not sure where else you can watch it, but I've always been saying, like, man, get Fight Pass. If you enjoy the fight game, get Fight Pass because it's got everything. It's got all the old UFC. It's got all the new stuff coming up. It's got upcoming events, you know, and they hold Glory events on there. And Glory's, like I said, kickboxing. It's extremely high-level kickboxing, professional kickboxers, super entertaining. I'm not too familiar with any of the fighters, to be honest. I know Joe Schilling is over there, and I only know that because he was in the UFC, and he fights MMA, and he trains with Diaz brothers and stuff like that. But, yeah, man, if you're into high-level extreme action, whether you know the fighters or not, I suggest you tune into Glory. Also this weekend, Bellator170, I think, and that's Tito Ortiz, Chael Sonnen. Who else? Paul Daley. If you don't know him, he came from I think Strike. He was in Strike Force, came to the UFC for a brief stint, and then got in trouble. I think he hit Koscheck after the bell, like a clear, like ran up on him after and got kicked out of the UFC. But he's in Bellator now. He looks like he's on his shit. He's from England. He's a British fighter. Super entertaining, super excitable. Him and Brennan Ward. So that'll be a banging fight. Tito Ortiz, Chael Sonnen is the main card. Brennan Ward and Paul Daley is the co-main event for that. So those will be dope fights, man. That's tomorrow, Saturday the 21st. Free on Spike TV, you know what I mean? So tune into that, man. It'll be dope. And also, it's Tito Ortiz's last fight. It's just crazy. It's crazy because I've been watching I've been watching people like Tito for a long time, especially Tito. Tito Ortiz is probably one of the first people I really started tuning in to fighting and the fight game in the UFC when he was doing his thing, and it's just crazy to be a little kid, for just remembering being a little kid watching Tito, and now I'm 26 years old and he's still fighting, and he's like 40 years old, and this is his last fight. So I think everybody should tune in, man. Try to get great numbers for Bellator170. I think that would be dope for them, man, because I like that organization. I like what they're about. I like what they're doing. I like how they treat their fighters. I enjoy Scott Coker. I listen to him on the Fighter and the Kid podcast, and he just seems like a dope dude. He knows the fight game. He understands it. He's running a good organization over there. I enjoy what Bellator is doing, and I also enjoy the competition of organizations. It's UFC is the main, of course, is top dog, but Bellator is right there, right under them. So they're growing, and it's dope. I like that. I like that organization, and also because when fighters become free agents, it gives them negotiating possibilities. You can either re-sign with the UFC and have that Reebok deal and stuff like that, or you can try and go shop around and see what Bellator can offer you. You can get different sponsors. You can come in like the old school days with the banner and the shorts with all these stamps and sponsors and representing and showing who you are. You know what I mean? And I think that's extremely dope. I like that. That's the only one thing I don't like about the UFC is that they got this Reebok deal. It's got everybody in uniform. It's got everybody looking the same. So yeah, man, tune into the Bellator 170. That's tomorrow, like I said, the 21st. Tito Ortiz, Chael Sonnen. Tito Ortiz's last fight. I watched the press conference yesterday. They had a lot to say to each other. They don't. I would say Tito doesn't like Chael, he said some disrespectful things. But Chael, he's the master marketer. He's good at talking. He's really good at talking. Also, he's good at fighting. He is good at fighting. And that fight is gonna be good. I think it'll be a good fight. I think this will be the highest ratings for Bellator they've ever had. I'm sure because Tito, Chael, Chael hasn't fought in like 3 years, and everybody loves seeing Chael fight. Everybody loves seeing Tito fight as well. So that should be dope. So I think everybody should tune in to 170 Bellator, Spike TV, free. I'm not sure what channel Spike is on. It used to be on 45. I don't know what it is now. I haven't seen Spike in a long time unless there's fights on. But I usually just stream them online. But anyways, yeah, that's happening. And then, like I said, Glory, man, kickboxing, high level, extreme, action packed kickboxing is dope. Should tune into that as well on Fight Pass, UFC Fight Pass, man. It's like $7-8 a month. It's like Netflix basically, but for fights. So I think people should do that. I was reading news. What I really wanted to talk about was there's a card January 28th, man, and it is stacked, and that's a free card. It's a Fox Sports card, and man, it's who's headlining? Valentina Shevchenko and God damn it, why can't I remember the Vixen? What is going on here? Juliana Pena, both badasses, both on winning streaks. That's the headline, and that's out in Denver, Colorado, I think. Cowboy Cerrone's on that. He's fighting Jorge Masvidal. Who else is on there? Andrei Arlovsky is on there fighting. He's fighting that, I think he's a French black dude. Beast. It's a heavyweight fight. It's a beastie fight. God damn it, why can't I remember his name? Black French dude. He used to have the twisties, and now I think he used to have the twisties or the braids, and now he doesn't. Shoot. I can't remember his name, man. I'm sorry about that. I just can't remember his name. But that's a dope fight. Andrei Arlovsky and that dude. Who else is on there? Nate Marquardt is fighting on there. There's a bunch of dope fights on that January 28th card, man. And I want people to watch that because I think that's... And I really want people to watch Valent because I don't think too many... I know people know Juliana Pena because she's been popping for a while. She's on like 4 or 5 fight win streak, I think 4, maybe 5. I'm not sure, but Valentina Shevchenko, man, she's the one. I think her last fight, she whooped up Holly Holm. If you didn't see it, you should go check that out, man. She's ultimate. She had a Muay Thai career, huge Muay Thai career, and not only that, she's fighting 135. But the only person in the world to beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk is fucking Valentina Shevchenko, and she did it 3 times in Muay Thai. I think at 125, I think they fought. The only person to beat Joanna is Valentina Shevchenko. So think about that. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. She's fighting Juliana Pena. That should be a great fight. And I'm super glad that it's the main event because it's 5 rounds. And I've seen Valentina. She starts off a little slow, but she picks the pace up, and it's so dope to watch her fight. She's one of my favorite women to watch fight. She's definitely one of my favorites. So check that out. There's a lot going on. The UFC 208. They haven't been doing too much promo. I haven't been seeing too much promo on that. I just read something from her camp saying that Holly Holm is the biggest star next to Conor McGregor. I disagree with that. She's on a 2 fight. I mean, I think people know the name. She might be a household name. I think so. I could say that. She's a household name, but that's because she beat Ronda Rousey. But after that, people don't know what she's done. She lost to Miesha Tate, and then right after that, she lost to Valentina Shevchenko. So she's on a 2-fight lose streak. Now she's fighting Germaine de Randamie for the featherweight title. The first featherweight fight ever in the UFC is going to be Holly Holm and de Randamie at UFC 208. It'll be for the featherweight title. It's going to be dope. That should be a dope fight. Honestly, I don't know who's going to win that. It's going to be a striking fight. It won't go to the ground. I guarantee you that. It'll both be fine because I know, I'm pretty sure Germaine de Randamie, she go by the Iron Lady. She's fought, I think she did kickboxing, and she's a badass kickboxer. So, this is a fight that's scary for Holly because, I mean, who she loses to is people like that. I mean, she did lose to Miesha Tate due to that. You know, she got choked out, and that was awesome. But if you watch what Valentina did to her, I think that, she's a counterpuncher, and Holly was more on the offensive in that fight, which was weird to see, because she's normally a counter, she's defensive. But So it should be good. It could go on both ways in that fight because what's her name's a striker. She comes forward, she pushes the pressure, and Holly Holm is a defensive fighter. So this could play out in her benefit, in her favor. So I think that would be dope. And then I saw also on that card, on the Ronda May card, is Travis Browne. He's fighting Derek Lewis, and Derek Lewis. What do they call him? The Black Beast. You know, he's a beast. He is a black beast, straight up. He's a big dude. He throws hammers. And who'd he fight last? He last fought. God damn it! I'm just losing my mind right now. I can't remember who he last fought, but I remember he won, and he was. And I like Derek Lewis because every time he wins, man, he's still always disappointed. If he doesn't knock you out, he's very disappointed. He wants to go back to the drawing board, get better. So he's fighting Travis Browne, and Travis Browne, I just read today that he left Edmond. And if you don't know who Edmond is, he's the boxing coach for Ronda Rousey, basically Ronda Rousey's main coach. And Travis Browne went over there. Before he was over there with Edmond and got with Ronda, he was with Winklejohn and Greg Jackson's. And then, you know, when Travis Browne first came into the game, I remember I was like, damn, who is this big 6'8" monster? His footwork was nasty. He'd be bouncing around, moving. His feet was nasty. And he kind of seemed like he backpedaled a little bit since he's moved over there. He's been losing. I think his last win might have been against Brendan Schaub, and Brendan Schaub's been retired for a couple years. And, but I'm excited to see him. And he went to Black House. I'm not too familiar with Black House. I've heard of it. I know Anderson Silva's over there. The Nogueira brothers are over there. Lyoto Machida's over there. There's some other fighters over there in different organizations as well. But I'm not too familiar with that camp, honestly. But I think that's a dope move, man. It's good. It's about time he's doing it because he's fighting soon. It's February 4th, man. It's like 2 weeks away from fight day, you know. And so I think it's important that he left. I wish he would have went back to Winklejohn and Jackson's but I'm assuming they probably got bad blood because the way he left and shook off from there. But still, that's dope. And then yeah, man, UFC 208 is coming up February 4th. You should watch out for that. There's some good fights on there. I'm still gonna get it regardless. I think it'll be dope. Also, what else did I see, man? Yeah, so that's I seen for the first. So they scheduled the first fight for UFC 210, which is in April. I think it's April 4th. And they put up Chris Weidman and Gegard Mousasi. Now that's scary. That's a scary fight for both of them. Also, I mean, yeah, it's a scary fight for both of them. Especially I would say Chris Weidman, because Gegard Mousasi's on the come up, and this is a fight that he needs to win because Chris Weidman's on a 2-fight losing, or no way, yeah, he's on a 2-fight losing streak. He lost to Rockhold, lost the belt from Rockhold, and then we didn't see him for a while because he got injured and stuff, and he had to do some rehab and stuff. Something through his neck or some shit like that, and he's doing that, and now he's coming, and then he lost to Yoel Romero viciously with a flying freaking gorilla knee. That guy's a freaking gorilla. He's a monster of a man, and caught him with a flying knee at UFC 205 in New York. And then now he's fighting Gegard Mousasi, who's on a win streak. He just destroyed Vitor, and then before that, I think he destroyed... damn, man, I'm just losing everything, all my thoughts. But anyways, yeah, Gegard's on a win streak right now, and his striking is nasty. I could see that fight going either way, because I don't know how great Gegard's ground game is. I don't know. I've seen him transition. He looks like he knows what he's doing. I've seen him on top, though. I've never seen him on his back, really. So I'm not too familiar with that, but I know Chris Weidman can strike a little bit, and he's a good wrestler. So that should be a very entertaining fight, Chris Weidman and Gegard Mousasi. And then yesterday I don't know why they did it, but they did face-offs. They did 2 different face-offs for UFC 209, which is Woodley and Wonderboy. They faced off. They were doing some press runs yesterday. Was that yesterday, the day before yesterday? They were doing some press runs, having interviews, going to Sports Center and stuff like that, you know. And they did a face-off. And then Khabib and Tony Ferguson did a face-off. They were doing media scrum yesterday, and it was entertaining. It was dope. Those two looked like they were talking a little bit of shit to each other. They were definitely talking shit to each other, but they respect each other. You know, they feel like, because I think Tony Ferguson's on a 9-fight win streak. I think Khabib's on an 8-fight win streak in the UFC. So both of them feel like this is the real title fight, even though it's for the interim lightweight title. And that's March 11th or 4th. March 4th or 11th for UFC 209. It is, because February 4th, March 4th. So UFC 209 is March 4th. And then UFC 208 is February 4th. And I saw that. Those were looking dope. There's not much really going on in the MMA world news-wise. Haven't seen too much. I know they're still talking about the Floyd Conor thing. Conor hasn't really said much as of recently. I saw that he said he wanted to do like a pay-per-view interview or something like that, sell his pay-per-view. I don't know what that's about, but said something about doing an interview. It's only pay-per-view. You have to pay to watch it and listen to it or something like that. But guess what? I won't. You know what I'm saying? I won't do that. I'll pay for your fights, man. I will pay for your fights. I won't pay for your interview, though, because it'll get out somewhere and I'll watch it for free. But I will pay for your fights. I'm not mad at that, because that's what we're here to see, is the fights. You know, I seen there's Rose Namajunas, one of my favorite women fighters, for sure, hands down one of my favorites. You know, she's training with Valentina Shevchenko, and that should be that's a good look, because that's a big, tough woman for Rose. You know, to be training with, learning a lot from, because I think Rose is really campaigning for that Michelle Waterson fight, the karate hottie. So it'll be Thug Rose and the karate hottie, 2 karate black belt women fighting. I love both of them. Those are 2 of my favorites right there, for real. Valentina, Rose, Michelle Waterson, Joanna. You know, these are like top women that I really enjoy watching. I've seen come from the ground up. You know, it's dope. So I love seeing them do well in this sport. You know, so that's dope. You know, I'm very excited to see that. What else is out here, man? What else is going on in this fight world, huh? Not much, man. It's kind of been quiet. I've been seeing Willie doing interviews, and I'm just jumping all around here. You know what I'm saying? This is a very unorganized video, but guess what, man? I'm just winging it. It's coming straight from the brain. I'm just thinking of things, because I felt like I'm due for a video. You know, I've been lagging and BSing, because also I'm getting things ready. I'm going to start making dope videos, so y'all don't just have to stare and look at my fucking face the whole time while I'm talking. So, you know, I'm going to start editing videos dopely and making them look presentable, instead of just you staring at my face and me talking, you know what I mean? It's kind of stupid. But I love this shit so much, man. It's just super exciting to me. And if also, you know, I think people should go check out Boss Logic. Boss Logic on Instagram, man. He makes the dopest fight posters, man, that I've ever seen. They're just super creative, super sick. They're dark. It's kind of like a dark theme he always does, but it's just always dope, man. And you should check him out on IG, Boss Logic. Just super dope fight posters. He's not just a fight dude. He does a bunch of other things too as well, like comic book things and stuff like that. But the fight posters that he creates are fucking awesome. The best I've ever seen, straight up. And I've been looking for dope fight posters, because I love posting, because on my IG and Twitter, man, I'm very active. I post a lot of shit. And I always look for dope people so I could plug, not like I'm plugging them, but, you know, I've tried to... I definitely like showing people that are creative, man. It's the best. So Boss Logic is one of them. So I've been following him for a little bit. But yeah, man, check if you want more news and more shit. I'm way more active on IG and Twitter for the fight game and news wise and everything like that. I'm definitely way more active on Twitter and IG, which is DKain _ the God, DKAIN _ THAGOD. DKain _ the God. That's on IG and Twitter, man. So you can find me, follow me there, look at my shit, man. I'm always posting news, you know. Yeah, man. There's a lot, man. I'm excited for these Bellator fights tomorrow. I can't lie, because I get to see Tito fight. It's always exciting to watch Tito fight. This is his last fight. It's gonna be dope, man. So yeah, man. Just stay with me, man. I promise you, it's only gonna get better, and it's only gonna be doper. I promise you that. Just stay with me, bear with me. appreciate everybody's support, man, that's following and showing love and supporting me on this, because you guys are the real winners. I'm just talking. That's all I'm doing is talking. You guys are the ones that are appreciating it and showing me love, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, just stay with me, man. I promise you it's only going to get better. It's only going to get bigger. It's only going to be a better presentation, you know what I'm saying? So just stick with me for that. Like I said, follow me on IG and Twitter, DKain_the_God, DKAIN_THAGOD. That's on Twitter and Instagram. I'm always posting news. I'm always posting fights. I'm always posting things that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm very active on there. So yeah, man, just stick with me. I promise you it's going to get better. I appreciate everybody that's showing love. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Don't, you know what I'm saying? For all of y'all that do, I love y'all. I respect y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. I'm out. Peace.